Hey traders, Raghee here, and in this video we're going to follow up on a conversation that we had just Friday, a free video that we posted called 2 Other Ways to Trade Indices. And as the NASDAQ is just plowing higher through 10,000, one of the conversations has been, well, how do we catch up with those indices if they don't pull back? Because they haven't pulled back. So what we did instead Friday was talk about individual stocks and sectors, and then individual stocks within those sectors that we could play sort of as a proxy to the broader average. I'm going to talk about those names that we discussed on Friday. All right, so EA was one of them. Now, anytime we have any kind of bearish momentum that sinks into the wave, like Friday and like Monday, those are going to be opportunities to get long. So you can see here, and maybe you're looking directionally at calls, which is typically what I do. Or maybe you're looking to build a call vertical. That's fine too. We do a 2-step call vertical in the room from time to time to offset cost, to offset loss. But EA is exactly the kind of conversation that we're talking about. Movement lower on Friday, movement lower on Monday. Now you might say, well, these candles ended up. That is true, but at some point they punched down to these lows, and it's that momentum. It's a very specific environment. It's that momentum that we're looking to take advantage of. All right, what about Dollar General? Again, another name we talked about on Friday. Dollar General, Friday sold off. Monday, not quite enough. Right, so Dollar General, I haven't had another opportunity since Friday. And this one's not bad. It's spinning its wheels a little bit. It's clearly not as good as EA, but it's still a name that I would be willing to buy if it pulls back to about 183.10. That's Dollar General. Again, playing stocks, playing pieces of the broader averages that are coming back to us, that while the broader averages are not. Right? Google was another one I'm looking for a quick pullback on. I haven't had that opportunity. So these are the kind of names that, and there's a lot of names like this that we've talked about. But those are 3 specific situations from last week. So would I still be open to a pullback buy in Dollar General? Absolutely. A pullback buy in Google? Absolutely. And those are the kinds of things that if you have the patience to park either an alert. So a lot of folks ask, well, how do I do that, Rob? Park an alert, put a horizontal line and give a price alert to that line. And when the price action trades down to that level, what I do is I use it as a trigger, a cue, to move over to my options chain and look minimally about 45 to 60 days out. Minimally, right? I don't mind being even further out than that, but I'll look 45 to 60 days out to expiration, and I'll buy an at the money or slightly in the money call. So I'm purely directional. So having the zone makes a big difference. All right. So these are 3 names that we talked about within some of the broader averages within the sectors of specifically the NAS. I mean, some of these sectors haven't even pulled back. Certainly the NASDAQ hasn't pulled back. But there are some names that are giving us what we call the double green structure, where the 8 is above the 13 is above the 21, the 21 is above the 34, hence the double green trade flags. And it's those stocks that are relevant, that are valid for pullbacks. All right. In this environment, I believe it's probably more important than ever to keep a list of those double green stocks. And I typically will put them in a watch list like this on TOS, so I can keep the scan active and know, well, all right, I'm not really interested in a green-yellow, but I'm interested in green-green. Right? And I'll focus on those double greens for pullback buy. So it sort of whittles down the stock trading universe to specifically those names that I want to scan. Again, put an alert on the price that will trigger you're going and buying the directional call, and it just keeps you able to track dozens of names waiting for those pullbacks that, again, seem very infrequent. So it's important that you're on top of this if you want to put this kind of trade on. All right. Hope that helps. That's the strategy. It's to follow up from Friday's video, and I'll see you in the next update.